What is happening, Nexus crew? Get ready for a rapid-fire update on everything you need to know in the gaming world. The news cycle is absolutely electric, and we've got the biggest stories dropping right now that you absolutely cannot afford to miss. We're kicking things off with a look at the extensive post-launch content planned for a massive upcoming release, promising months of engagement. Next up, we're diving deep into a game that's challenging conventions with its unique blend of combat, investigation, and cryptic storytelling, offering a truly distinct experience. Then, we're tackling the burning question on everyone's minds. Is a beloved indie darling finally gracing a new platform, and what does this mean for its availability? And finally, we've got a jaw-dropping deal on a hidden gem that you'll want to snag immediately. You're tuned into PS5 Nexus, so buckle up and let's dive into the action. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a beat. Massive post-launch plans revealed for highly anticipated title. The gaming world is buzzing as new details emerge about the extensive post-launch content roadmap for an eagerly awaited title, promising players months, if not years, of continued engagement beyond its initial release. This ambitious plan signals a significant commitment from the developers to support the game long after its launch day, ensuring a vibrant and evolving player experience. For those who loved the deep content offerings of previous installments, this latest iteration aims to deliver an even more robust and sustained experience, packed with a variety of updates designed to keep players hooked. The developer has unveiled a comprehensive strategy that includes significant expansions, seasonal events, and dedicated mission packs. The first major DLC expansion is already slated for release in Q1 2026, titled Mad Ellie and the Vault of the Damned. However, players won't have to wait that long for new content. Before the first major expansion drops, a seasonal mini-event and 2 bounty packs are scheduled to arrive. These bounty packs are described as substantial updates, featuring new story missions, challenging bosses, exclusive cosmetic items, and valuable gear, offering players meaningful content to dive into during the interim periods between larger releases. For players eager to access all this content as it becomes available, the Super Deluxe Edition is positioned as the ultimate package, priced at £119.99/$129.99. This premium edition grants immediate access to everything detailed in the roadmap. A slightly more accessible deluxe edition, priced at £89.99/$99.99, also includes a significant portion of the planned content, excluding only the major DLC expansions detailed in the secondary column of the roadmap. This tiered approach allows players to choose the level of access that best suits their engagement and budget. Fans can anticipate a return to the signature looter-shooter action, compelling narratives, and the thrill of collecting killer new loot that the series is known for. The developers have also hinted at the introduction of new Vault Hunters in the DLCs, a feature highly requested by the community. Each new Vault Hunter is expected to bring entirely new possibilities and playstyles, boasting unique action skills and branching skill trees, much like their counterparts in the base game. This ensures that the core gameplay loop remains fresh and exciting with each new character addition. Furthermore, all players will benefit from free updates that will introduce formidable invincible bosses, designed to test even the most skilled players, alongside weekly challenges. A significant addition for all players will be the introduction of pearlescent rarity gear, a tier above the already coveted legendary items, which is slated to arrive early next year. This commitment to providing valuable free content alongside paid expansions demonstrates a balanced approach to player engagement and content delivery. Beyond the initially confirmed roadmap, the game is set to receive a second major expansion, 2 additional bounty packs, and further content updates post-launch. The community's reaction has been largely positive, with many expressing excitement about the long-term support planned for the game, seeing it as a sign of developer dedication and a commitment to a lasting player experience. But is this extensive post-launch support a sign of a game built for the long haul, or a strategy to maximize revenue? Stay tuned as we break down the details and what it means for you. Cryptic action-adventure blends combat, mystery, and deep puzzles. The opening hours of this highly anticipated action-adventure game are masterfully crafted to disorient and intrigue, plunging players into a world rife with conflict and cryptic lore. Set in a war-torn, Eastern Europe-inspired landscape, the narrative immediately bombards the player with a deluge of proper nouns and complex political factions, such as the Palamists and Sabinians, alongside unique weaponry like limbic weaponry and environmental hazards known as guardian detectors. This deliberate confusion is amplified by the presence of enigmatic stone panels scattered throughout the early levels, featuring unreadable text that underscores the player's initial state of bewilderment. These early environments, a dank forest and a fetid bog, serve to reinforce the pervasive sense of mystery and the elusiveness of true understanding. In its thematic and mechanical approach, the game draws clear parallels to the renowned, Soulsborne titles, particularly Elden Ring. Players will find familiar elements such as intricate worlds filled with esoteric symbols, challenging puzzles that require keen observation, and a deeply complex historical backdrop. The combat system mirrors the cadence of quintessential From Software games, featuring a stamina-based system where each powerful strike depletes a meter that only recovers during moments of calculated retreat or opportune pauses. This emphasis on deliberate, impactful combat is a core tenet of the experience. However, the game diverges significantly by incorporating a robust detective component. Players are equipped with a substantial retro-futuristic datapad, which functions as a repository for a growing encyclopedia of in-game information. This tool is crucial for piecing together the narrative, aided by interconnected spider diagrams that map out various leads and clues. The game encourages meticulous note-taking, even suggesting that players might need a pen and paper to fully unravel its more intricate puzzles and mysteries. The fictional nation of Hadia has descended into utter chaos, truly embodying the game's title, Hell is Us. The early moments vividly depict the grim realities of war, with scenes of executions and bodies hanging from trees, juxtaposed with somber moments like a soldier playing a violin. The world is populated by bizarre, white, mannequin-like creatures and colossal, spiky orbs referred to as time loops. These temporal anomalies are the result of a cataclysmic event known as the Calamity, and the protagonist, Raimi, a character described as a Gorpcore investigator come-action hero, is tasked with eradicating these disturbances. Visually, the game presents a striking, albeit initially eclectic, mix of styles: bleak, desaturated landscapes, the uncanny appearance of the creatures, and a unique technical fashion aesthetic. This visual tapestry, combined with the presence of oversized swords reminiscent of Final Fantasy VII's Cloud Strife, gradually coalesces into a sublime, haunting atmosphere imbued with dreamlike logic. The sheer density of obscure puzzles further enhances this surreal quality. Adding another layer to the gameplay, enemies possess the ability to summon support entities through a metaphysical umbilical cord. These summoned beings, one humanoid and white, the other a brightly colored geometric entity, are linked to specific emotions: blue for grief, green for terror, and so on. This mechanic serves as a potent, if somewhat overt, metaphor for the lingering emotional trauma of war, with these creatures representing the physical manifestations of war's psychological wreckage. The game posits that intergenerational grief can be overcome by confronting it with hand axes infused with rage. Despite its ambitious scope and imaginative concepts, the execution is notably uneven. While the protagonist's visual design, featuring a flapping, rain-resistant poncho, is striking, his dialogue often falls into the trope of the gruff, cynical male protagonist common in games from the late 2000s. A jarring line where Raimi equates the graves of one faction with the victims of another, when confronted with immense loss, detracts from the narrative's emotional impact. Post-initial hours, the game's momentum begins to wane. While Hadia remains a compelling setting and the desire to unravel its mysteries persists, other narrative threads, such as Raimi's personal quest to find his parents and understand his past, and the true nature of the Calamity, fail to maintain their grip. The plot can devolve into a series of locked doors requiring specific glyphs to open, and a character's dialogue inadvertently sums up the prosaic nature of some plot points. So you found a door with a strange mechanism. What happened next? The combat, which requires frequent engagement to progress, can also become repetitive, leading to a decline in player attention. While the game's challenging nature and unique world building are commendable, its uneven pacing and narrative execution might leave some players wanting more. Up next, we tackle a question that has the indie gaming community on the edge of their seats. Is the highly anticipated sequel finally making its way to a new platform? Highly anticipated indie title's platform status remains unclear. The gaming community has been eagerly awaiting news regarding the availability of a beloved indie title on a major platform, and the question on everyone's lips is whether Hollow Knight Silksong will finally arrive on PlayStation 5. Developed by Team Cherry, the sequel to the critically acclaimed Hollow Knight has been in development for an extended period, generating immense anticipation among fans who have been captivated by the original game's intricate world, challenging gameplay, and distinctive art style. The silence surrounding its release on PlayStation consoles has led to widespread speculation and constant inquiries from dedicated players. Hollow Knight Silksong was initially revealed in February 2019 as a Nintendo Switch and PC exclusive. Since then, it has been confirmed for release on other platforms, including Xbox consoles and Game Pass, as part of Microsoft's subscription service. However, explicit confirmation of a PlayStation release has been conspicuously absent. This has left many PlayStation owners wondering if they will ever get the chance to experience the highly anticipated sequel on their preferred hardware. The developer, Team Cherry, has maintained a relatively low profile regarding release details, contributing to the ongoing uncertainty. The original Hollow Knight garnered widespread praise for its challenging Metroidvania-style gameplay, atmospheric exploration, and deep lore. Players navigated the sprawling kingdom of Hallownest, uncovering its secrets and battling formidable foes. Silksong, set to feature a new protagonist, Hornet, promises a similar yet distinct experience, with new abilities, a larger world, and a new kingdom to explore. The sheer quality and depth of the original game have set a very high bar for the sequel, and the extended development cycle has only amplified the community's desire to play it. Fans have been actively seeking any form of official confirmation or even subtle hints from Team Cherry or Sony regarding a PS5 release. Social media, gaming forums, and dedicated fan communities are constantly abuzz with theories and discussions about potential release windows or platform strategies. The lack of a definitive announcement has led to a spectrum of community reactions, ranging from patient anticipation to growing frustration. Many believe that a PlayStation release is not only likely, but also essential for the game to reach its full potential audience, given PlayStation's massive install base. While Team Cherry has not officially announced Hollow Knight Silksong for PlayStation consoles, the absence of such an announcement does not necessarily mean it won't happen. Many games that are initially revealed for specific platforms eventually make their way to others. Given the game's independent nature and the developer's focus on delivering a high-quality experience, it's possible that a PlayStation release is being planned but has not yet been ready for public disclosure. Factors such as licensing agreements, platform certification processes, and the overall development pipeline can influence the timing of such announcements. The demand for Silksong on PS5 is undeniable. The original game is a staple in many PlayStation libraries, and its success has built a strong foundation of goodwill and anticipation for the sequel. If Silksong were to be released on PS5, it would undoubtedly be a major event for PlayStation gamers and a significant addition to the platform's library of acclaimed indie titles. Until an official statement is made, however, the question of Hollow Knight Silksong's presence on PS5 remains one of the most pressing and debated topics in the gaming community. Will this highly anticipated sequel finally grace PlayStation consoles, or will PS5 players continue to wait? Next, we've got a fantastic deal that's too good to pass up on a critically acclaimed PS4 hidden gem that's also playable on PS5. Hidden Gem PS4 adventure game, now available for a steal. PlayStation Store is currently offering an incredible limited-time discount on a critically acclaimed PS4 adventure game that is also fully playable on the PS5. This title, developed by a solo indie developer, has managed to fly under the radar for many, but those who have experienced it have been thoroughly impressed, making this sale a perfect opportunity for players to discover a unique and engaging narrative experience at an unprecedented price point. The game in question is Sagebrush, a first-person narrative-driven title that delves into the dark and complex themes surrounding a cult. Despite its seemingly simple, low-fidelity 3D graphics, the game masterfully crafts its atmosphere and storytelling, complemented by a fittingly evocative soundtrack. Developed by Nate Behrens of Redact Games, Sagebrush originally launched for the PS4 in 2019. Even years later, it remains a highly recommended experience for those who appreciate narrative-focused games with a touch of psychological depth. Sagebrush tells a compelling story inspired by real-world cults. Players step into the shoes of a truth seeker who embarks on a mission to investigate the tragic circumstances surrounding the mass suicide of the Perfect Heaven cult. The game is set in the desolate Black Sage Ranch, the former sanctuary of Father James, the cult's revered prophet. By exploring this environment, players aim to uncover the hidden truths and the events that led to the cult's catastrophic end. The narrative is concise, with the entire story typically taking around an hour to complete, making it an accessible yet impactful experience. Furthermore, for trophy hunters, it offers a straightforward and enjoyable platinum trophy. This particular PlayStation Store deal makes Sagebrush an absolute no-brainer for anyone looking for a thought-provoking game that doesn't require a significant time investment. The discount brings the price down to an astonishing 59 cents, a fraction of its original cost. This significant price drop is part of a limited-time promotion that is set to expire on September 4th, urging interested players to act quickly to take advantage of this exceptional offer. The game's ability to create a powerful atmosphere and deliver a memorable story within its short runtime is a testament to the developer's skill and vision. The narrative structure and thematic exploration of Sagebrush have resonated deeply with players who have engaged with the game. The way it handles sensitive subject matter, drawing inspiration from real-world events, adds a layer of gravity and realism to the player's investigation. The game's success in conveying its message and creating a memorable experience, despite its modest graphical presentation, highlights the importance of strong writing, direction, and sound design in game development. The community's positive reception and strong recommendations underscore its status as a true hidden gem. With such an incredible deal available, this is the perfect time to dive into a story that's both captivating and chilling. And that's a wrap on today's news, but don't go anywhere yet. We've got a quick recap of all the top stories and a big call to action for all of you. That's all the news we've got for you today. We covered the massive post-launch plans for Borderlands 4, explored the unique gameplay of Hell Is Us, questioned the PS5 status of Hollow Knight, Silksong, and snagged an amazing deal on Sagebrush. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to PS5 Nexus for more gaming news and updates, ring that notification bell so you don't miss our next upload, and let us know in the comments which story you found most exciting. You can also follow us on all our social media channels to stay connected. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.